What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very special guest on the channel. We're going to be interviewing one of our head VIP coaches here inside of Creator Haven, Imri. A little background on Imri. Imri has been with us inside of Creator Haven for over the past year, and he is now one of our VIP coaches that runs the weekly account reviews for our entire agency, looking at over 1,000 total accounts since his time being with us. Anyways, we're gonna be breaking down exactly how he got started on TikTok Shop, what his journey has looked like so far, and how he has seen a ton of success with us inside of Creator Haven, and how he is still crushing to this day $15,000 to $20,000 a month. Anyways, let's get straight into this interview. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special guest, Coach Imri, one of our head VIP coaches here inside of Creator Haven, who has done now over close to $1 million with the TikTok Shop GMV. We last interviewed him around 4 to 5 months ago. He was only at $500,000 GMV. Now he has done an additional 500,000 GMV and is now in charge of our account reviews on Tuesdays and Fridays within the agency. So we figured we'd do another interview, catch up, and to anybody new here, like the video, subscribe, and yeah, let's get right into it, guys. So if you would like to introduce yourself, Imri, kind of tell everybody who you are, all about you, all that sort of stuff.
My name is Imri. So basically, I'm a coach at Creator Haven. I also handle the account reviews. So since I think I've been in Creator Haven almost a year now.
Yep.
So before that, prior, I was doing, content on TikTok Shop, bottom of funnel and sort of a little bit top of funnel. I didn't really have sort of direction, and I was always working these jobs, minimum wage jobs, a little bit hard to get by, but I failed a bunch of other businesses. This isn't really like my first one. So it really took a while. I tried like crypto trading, signals, real estate, life insurance, growing something from, thin air, but never really worked. So I was trying to look for something. I started doing TikTok Shop when I actually first came out. I got banned. My first account really got banned like bad, but I didn't know that you were able to get more accounts. So I got back in after I grew a meme account. It blew up like extremely. So I had a lot of people on there. I did live streams for goalie. So I generated probably 50K GMV for goalie live streaming for when that, the ashwagandha huge hit and stuff. Yeah. But after that, I really folded. So I was like, so maybe I can't really quit my job yet. So I tried doing top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel as well. BLF really worked really good. So I studied it. I practiced. I tried to figure out, little baby steps, but I didn't really have the key to unlock it. I did get a really good hit, which was the 12-in-1 magnesium Tataria. I thought I figured it out. I thought I did it all, but no. When that fell off, I was like, oh, okay. So it's products. I'm missing products and I'm missing guidance because now, I thought I knew it. I thought I could teach others, but I really wasn't capable because that happened. So I found Bruce. I think I found Bruce. I've seen Caden's videos prior, like in Calidata, like for Norgum.
Yeah.
So I recognized you guys. So I started watching your videos, Bruce. Basically, it resonated to me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna join in the free chat, see what happens. And then all of a sudden, you came out with the VIP, basically. You guys came out with a whole mentorship, like piloting that, testing it, see what happens. And basically, when I found you guys, that's when it really changed everything. Basically, that's when a few keys unlocked to the things where I probably wouldn't have figured it out until maybe now. So I joined Creator Haven, basically blew up from there. Better systems, better knowledge, and having a guidance as well from agency, it just changes the game. So that's really where I come from, where I joined you guys, and now where I'm at, basically coaching the creators in Creator Haven with the account reviews, helping them out as well with the guidance and knowledge that you guys taught me, basically that what I know now. And, it's all up from here, basically, with Tribe 100%. And anything else too.
100%. I don't think a lot of people realize you were one of our first students inside of Creator Haven, one of our first creators. Like you said, you were that very first batch. It was you, it was Rand, it was Nick, and you got all three of you guys are now crushing, absolutely crushing. Rand's near 50K a month. Nick's doing consistent 15, 20K a month. You yourself, you're doing consistent 15, 20K a month. I think that's something that, is really cool as well. And you've adapted your content as well. I remember when you first came to us, you were doing a lot of 2-for-1, a lot of stuff like buy a lot of those bundle packs, the old terminology that maybe on the old algorithm was allowed. And then we kind of switched your content around. And that kind of brings me up to my next point of like, what were you kind of doing, right before you came to us? You said you were crushing, you were doing anywhere from like 3 to 4K a month, I believe. Kind of what was that content angle switch when you kind of first came to us?
Yeah, from there. So basically I was doing, like 20 videos a day. I didn't know I could put out 100. So I wasn't even going my max potential, which is insane. But that wasn't even, capable because I had probably like a list of 10 products I would always post every month. So I knew they perform really well. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, I had some products, but I didn't have a huge amount, right? I had a certain method of how to make the videos and post them, but, I wasn't too sure if that was it because I found those styles basically on For You, Calidata, and then tested, figure out which one worked. That's when I realized, okay, it's kind of dangerous too because it changed the way that you were able to post.
Yeah.
So from there, I had to change my way of posting. I'm glad I did when I joined you guys because basically you guys showed us how to post correctly, more compliant as well with styles that actually work and convert to with as many products as well.
100%.
So that's when basically the system was created there with you guys giving me basically information, and I was able to figure out, okay, we'll do this, and now this is going to be the way that I do it from now on.
100%. I think really building that wide product selection was something that we really implemented into you. Even way back a year ago to now, I feel like a lot of your success is through, different products, right? You're not just having one top seller, you're having like 10 or 15 things that are selling at the same time that you would categorize as, okay, these are top sellers for me. These are products I'm going to post every single day. And then of course you have those random products that'll sell that you'll kind of mix in and kind of put in the mix. So you did mention that, you tried out other business models. Why did TikTok Shop kind of stand out to you? You tried out real estate, you tried out crypto, maybe even drop shipping. Like what was so special about TikTok Shop? Because you said that, you initially quit it. Why did you kind of want to come back into it?
Yeah. So initially I did decent. I made like $300 from App Roller. I used to do videos, gym videos, but I wasn't really as fit as I am now. So I didn't really like niche myself in the way that I was promoting products. So from there, I actually did find a mentor or like a coach, but it was too early. So it's kind of like, okay, how am I going to find a TikTok Shop mentor if it barely came out? So that's why I tried doing it. I tried to see, whatever. It was hard to research. For me, it was really hard to like research what was doing good because I don't think there was any, from what I remember, I don't think there was anywhere where I can find like data or like products and stuff like that. So it was a little bit harder. It was just, it's kind of like, Bitcoin in the beginning, it's $1, but whoever figures it out, they have, all the success that they have now, which is like a bunch of top people. But yeah, basically I figured that it was early, so I could probably figure something out. I could probably do decent and grow it. And then I got banned. So I was like, So I left it. I didn't know I could get more accounts, but I came back because I had the showcase unlocked for that big account that I had that I grew. I just started doing it. That's when I was like, oh, okay, it actually still works. I keep going, found the goalie, and then I started doing videos. So that's when it just kept rolling from there.
100%. So would you say that was kind of like your lowest point was when you got banned initially and you were like, you know what, I'm going to toss this to the side? Or was there like a specific moment where it was kind of that low point that you kind of flipped the switch and were like, okay, I'm going all in even though this happened to me?
Oh yeah. So I really did toss it. And then again, a year passed. So I think I got banned 2024, like in April or in March. Damn. And then I came back, because I was making TikTok videos and I saw it and it was still doing good. So I'm like, okay, that's the flip switch. Okay, showcase. I can do live streams.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. And I think you came at a good time as well, because that's when GMB Max really started to pick up. Kind of back in the day, it was a lot of organic luck. Like you said, like you get super lucky and then your next thing was super unpredictable. You kind of came back into the era, okay, like March 2025, February 2025, GMB Max gets rolled out, stuff starts to become more predictable. And when you joined us, stuff was starting to become more and more predictable. And it kind of leads into my next point of like kind of what made you decide to join Creator Haven in the first place, instead of just, like you said, trying to keep on figuring it out on your own. Like what was that switch where you're like, okay, I'm going to go all in on Creator Haven?
So initially, again, I thought I knew everything. I thought, I figured out the code. I'm like, okay, Bruce and Kaden, they've done multiples more than I've done. They've done it way longer than I have. I know a lot of these millionaires, billionaires, they get advice from people that are doing it already. And, they're willing to pay for the information and to be next alongside them as well. So I'm like, okay, if that concept works for, big business people and their success, then it should work for me as well. So, and then my wife pushed me to do it. So I'm like, okay, it sounds good. I'm going to try it out. What is there to lose? I've made a decent amount and then I'm just going to invest in myself again with that money I made.
100%. 100%. So kind of what was that first thing that clicked for you once you kind of were inside the community? Was it like product selection? Was it the strategies that you mentioned? Kind of break down for me, like what really clicked for you, like the second you joined?
Yeah, basically the products, hunting new products, getting in more samples, making videos from early new listings as well. Stuff like that. It's just developed over time because a lot of the success too is basically looking for products, seeing what works with GV Max, staying in the like seasonals too. Seasonals is really important. I didn't think it was important. Stuff like that. So all about learning products, consumer, and how the algorithm works, and relying on the system to keep going, see what else works as well.
Do you use the daily trending products tab in Discord like pretty often? We'd be sending like 15, 20 products a day in there, all GMV Max.
Yeah, so I scan through each one. I have my non-negotiables and stuff like that. But most of them, they're really gems because some of them are early, some of them are brand new items from top brands that you may not even see. Yeah, Bloom right there.
There you go.
I got a whole case.
New release, bro. Yep, you know it.
So basically, it's getting in early to these brands so you can get a good hit, and then maybe even make connections with those brands too, and then. It's just all about speed because TikTok Shop, it just moves up and down. Like things just happen. They change every single day. It's crazy. With a bunch of different products.
What do you think is like the biggest, how important do you think it is to be like early on a product, especially like a bundle pack where you can get grandfathered into the GMB Max? Like I know for you, because we can see on the back end, like a lot of your top sellers are from videos that are maybe 6 months old, 3 months old, 4 months old, but you were one of the first people on those listings. Kind of walk me through kind of what that looks like.
Yeah. So for that, basically I try to make, a habit to look at these top brands kind of often. Maybe the brands that are going upward because, like relaxin, medic. Some are going sideways. So it's kind of like more important to look at, okay, what's trending? What can I see that maybe it's a bundle pack that's brand new on the new releases. That way you can get early on and then again, take over the GMB Max ad budget. But yeah, a bunch of them, well, before my other 4 accounts got banned, a bunch of those videos, they were from new listings. So it's kind of like, okay, they kept recirculating over and over every single month. And sometimes they just stay so steady to where I'm just making money like when I'm sleeping. So it's 100% super important.
And obviously you went through a couple account bans a couple of months ago. Kind of walk me through how you're now crushing on new accounts. Because we can see on the back end now, like you're up to like $700, $800, even $1,000 a day some days on your newer accounts. And you've kind of adapted your style a little bit. So kind of how have you revamped? How did you kind of stay motivated through a couple of those bans and keep on pushing?
Yeah, it's horrible. That's the first time I lost 4 accounts. 3 were regulars, and then the regulars have been up for like almost maybe a year. And then like the pilot, I was trying to get it up. It's just wiped out, right? But what I learned is like even from the top creators too, like they'll get bans, they'll come back and they have the skill already. It's kind of like, okay, leave it to how it is. God banned those accounts for a reason. He's pushing us to literally work more efficient. Learn from that. Okay, take it to another account. Now I just have 2 accounts now. So I have my main, my main log account that's been open for a long time. Make some BOF, MOF there. I'm learning another new skill and it's working. So it's like, okay, just keep pushing, keep going.
100%. And I've seen you adapt as well. And the cool part is, with the higher quality content, all that sort of stuff, you'll be able to leverage long-term brand relationships. Like we have Shane, who's ripping like nearly $20,000 a month and just not even commission, strictly in retainer money. So that's a cool part. And the cool part about your situation too, is your videos are like always popping up on GMB Max ads. Cause you, like you said, you have the product selection down. All you need is a correct format to trigger it. And you've been really good at triggering it. You talk well on camera, you come off well on camera, your hooks are engaging, you know how to rage bait. So it's kind of that all in one where now all of a sudden 2 accounts for you is ripping harder than maybe 7 or 6 accounts was, which is absolutely insane and amazing. So obviously you kind of said, product selection. Would you say product selection was kind of what was missing back in the day for you? It was kind of just knowing what products to kind of post?
Yeah. Products, understanding what products do well, scanning your account, going back, seeing, the hook rate, the watch time.
Oh yeah, that's
and like maybe CTR sometimes, but I'll mainly see the watch time. So watch time, if it's really good, it works. So basically product, seeing what works, scanning through accounts, and then just keep pushing with new samples, maybe new methods if you find another and stuff like that.
100%. How long would you say it takes you to edit your average video? Because the average person might think you're sitting there editing your video for 2 hours. If they hear you're making $1,000, $800, $700 a day, doing middle funnel, top of funnel content, how long are you spending on each video?
Maybe for BOF, it's like 30 seconds per video. And then MOF, of course, it took a little bit longer. But again, if it's more efficient, it's worth the time that you're just, making lower, shorter content as well. So maybe like 30 seconds for BOF, MOF, top of funnel, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes.
Only 5 to 10 minutes. Like that's, see, like people like to overcomplicate it, thinking you have to do all this crazy editing, 2 hours of before and afters. No, 5 to 10 minutes. You guys heard it here. I know Shane, he's got it dialed. He's been doing it for like a year already. He's at like not even a minute to 3 minutes per video. I personally, when I do middle funnel, I would say it's maximum, like you said, maybe 5 minutes. I would say for me, it's anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. So absolutely love to hear that. So kind of how long did it take once you joined us until stuff started to really churn? Like the gears started working and you kind of started to see the snowball effect. You kind of started to see the full operation kind of go into swing.
Yeah. So I think my highest day was from Black Friday, actually. From Black Friday. And then prior to that, I think it was the TikTok ban. So ever since from there, I made a lot of money on that. On nuts. On those days too. But reliably to where I'm able to consistently make. It's Black Friday. That's when it really clicked. And then just campaigns after that.
100%. So you kind of had the same time frame as Geo. Geo was like kind of 2 to 3, 2 to 3 months. You kind of think, 2 to 3 months, you just kind of built up that snowball effect. And then that first massive campaign is where it clicked for you. And you kind of saw the churning snowball effect that we always preach and talked about, which is, 3 months of videos, 2 months of videos. You're using the campaign hashtags. You're showing up every single day. You woke up probably Black Friday morning like, oh my gosh, you really saw that snowball. So that's absolutely amazing. So what was like the true moment that you kind of, because I think when you joined us initially, you were still working at Walmart.
No, I was doing cooking.
So what was like that moment that you were like, okay, I'm going to quit this cooking job and just go full in on TikTok shop?
Yeah. So I did some measurements, if I'm working, a cooking job, like 25 hours, that could be put into TikTok. And maybe that time that I use for that can generate like exponentially way more than
100%.
Taking the attention and energy. So, and then I wasn't even like trying to work out, stay healthy, fit. So it's like
everything.
Yeah, setting your goals, having that time, and putting that energy that you're going to, to work to make maybe like a secured money, put that into something unsecured and just go from there and trust it.
100%. And kind of like, what were you making per hour at that cooking job?
I think it was $17
an hour. So essentially speaking, you were working for $425 a week. So how long do you think it would take you now to make that $425 with TikTok shop in a day? Like Like you're doing that literally in probably an hour, 2 hours of work a day. Pretty freaking crazy how far you've come, bro. Insane. I remember specifically we were doing our one-on-one calls over a year ago and you're like, hey, should I quit this job? And we were like, hey man, that's up to you. And then I remember you hit like a crazy month and you're like, boys, I quit. I went all in. I was like, yeah, let's go. But yeah, kind of where are you at now? Obviously you went through a couple of account bans. You had a little bit of a rougher stretch there for maybe a month or two, but your numbers have been up over the past 30-ish days. Kind of where are you at now? Or what are you hitting consistently? What's the GMV looking like per day? Kind of walk me through all of that.
Yeah, so I try to aim for, it's a goal, but again, if you have it set and you see it every time, it's bound to happen.
Yeah,
I try to aim for 800 a day. Basically keep. It's hard to have hit a number when the algorithm TikTok products do the job. But still, from there, every single month that I pass by since Creator Haven, it's been like 10, 15K months. It's just balancing. It's balance.
Yeah.
So I don't try to go heavy. I don't try to do lay it off. I just keep steady, keep going. Numbers keep coming in. Maybe if I'm putting in the same effort, but I'm making 3K, 4K, that's something really wrong, and that's basically my fault. But if I'm putting in the effort, basically staying consistent, then I'm gonna stay consistent and then grow more as well. I find something and hammer that as well.
So do you look at your commissions like month to month, day to day, week to week? Like kind of how are you more process based, results based? Kind of walk me through that.
More process based. So I do weekly measurements. So I'm like, okay, this much GMV from this week. Was it like organic? Was it campaign week? Stuff like that. So I track it like that. And then of course you can see it when you go on the show or on the dashboard too. But I just track it week by week. It makes it easier.
Have you seen your floor kind of increase as your content's gotten better, as you built up more of a snowball? And what I mean by this, are you seeing like non-campaign periods go from maybe a non-campaign period back in the day was like $100 a day. Now a non-campaign period might be like 500 to 700, and then your ceiling might be somewhere around 1,000 to 1,100 during maybe an actual campaign. Have you like kind of seen that floor kind of rise up a little bit?
Not usually. Sometimes I can perform better on non-campaign because of a product or I do something that really pops. So it's a little hard to tell, but maybe that's why, because I'm finding stuff often and I can't really see the huge difference from campaign. But I know a lot of people do extremely well on those campaigns, but then they'll have really low days on the regulars. But for me, it's just, I think it's balanced, honestly.
No, 100%. Yeah, and I think getting early onto products like you said, and being able to be one of the first creators on products makes it pretty consistent. How many products would you say you're selling per campaign? Like when you open up your dashboard, maybe at the end of the week, and you're doing your daily check-ins during a campaign week, would you say it's like 50 products, 50 different listings, 100 different listings? Kind of walk me through that.
Yeah, it's probably 100 to 200. So
see, ladies and gents, this is what we're talking about. 10 to 15K a month, wide product selection. It's consistent. Wide product selection. And kind of walk me through why you would want more of a wide product selection versus maybe only selling 5 to 10 products.
Yeah, 5 to 10. It even happened to me. So one of my top sellers, they were out of commission for a day. Huge dip in earnings. So if you rely on 5 to 10 eggs, one of them's probably going to crack and break. But if you have like 100, 200 eggs, you're not gonna be able to tell a difference. Even if some underperform or overperform, it's just a lot more safer to grow that way because there's so many different products too with GNV Max.
Yep.
It's like kind of building up the existence of products on that account instead of just relying on a little bit of products.
100%. And I also love how you said, you're just trying to stay consistent. I'm a firm believer if you go 70, 80%, 7 days out of the week versus just 100%, 2 days out of the week, you'll outperform that guy that only shows up twice a week. So I really think, staying consistent, even if it's 60, 70% effort, 7 days out of the week, and you're just putting in those inputs, that over time, you kind of see that compounding snowball effect, and start to really get that more passive income to where you're waking up to $100-$200 every day, maybe $300 or $400 every single day. So that's absolutely amazing. So now with your commission getting up there, are you kind of looking into brand deals, retainer deals, all that sort of stuff? Like how are you trying to leverage that?
Yeah, so for that, I try to look for brands. Like for example, I think one of my recent hitters was Dry Water.
Oh yeah.
So if I hit their GMV tier, I'll go into their, exclusive group. I don't really hunt for retainers, honestly, but I think I should, just because, I have the numbers and I'm performing for them too.
Yep.
So maybe in the recent future, I'm gonna look into that. But honestly, I'm just really heavy on just finding products and promoting them, honestly.
No, that's huge. And especially if you want consistent months on shop, I really think you need to build that wide product selection. You need to build up that snowball. Like you said, almost 100 products per campaign. Selling is absolutely the goal. That's absolutely amazing. And I assume you're not verticalizing down. You're not staying in just one specific vertical. No, there we go.
Not promote a lot.
There we go.
A lot of it.
And would you say you're doing like higher ticket products, medium ticket products, lower ticket products? Like what would you say?
Yeah. So I think a lot of them, I look for that range, 10, 20, 30, because a lot of people, they buy from that range. But if I see something, really pop like the shark or just the ninja, stuff like that, I'll try to order those and then make some videos, see how they perform. But honestly, it's more of those lower priced items.
100%. And when you do something like Shark or Ninja, are you doing kind of that Amazon Best Buy method where you're ordering it and taking it back 90 days? Yep, boom, there we go. That way you're milking it dry, 100% profit, probably more, probably like a 4,000% profit on a free item, probably 4,000 Xing your money, which is insane.
Yeah,
that's a absolutely goated method. So for anybody who doesn't know, you can order from Amazon. It has like 90-day returns. You can film the product at home or return it, or you can simply go in stores. I know Imri's a little more remote, so he's not as close to stores, but for any of you guys watching this as well, Target, Walmart, Best Buy, literally take the product, go to the back of the store, film it on the cart. You do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But kind of now walk me through your normal day as a TikTok Shop affiliate. Now that you aren't working a 9 to 5, now that you aren't working as a cook or working at Walmart, anything like that, kind of walk me through kind of when you wake up all the way till you go to bed, what your filming looks like day to day, all that sort of stuff.
Nice. Yeah. I wake up, I don't have a set time to wake up, but probably like 8, 9, 10, just depends, Yeah. So I'll wake up, and then from there, I'll just brush my teeth, probably get here, get my products ready, see what I performed the previous day, eat, film the videos I need to film from like a 3-hour window, get all the editing, filming done as well. And from there, that's kind of like the main work that's done. Now, I'll work out, eat, relax a bit, and then do some lighter work, which is product research, maybe some videos that are popping, products that are popping as well. I like to use Cal data and TikTok Shop too, but so I do that, and then from there, it's even lighter. Sometimes I'll do nothing. I'll just make sure to post all my videos if I have to, and then it's a lot of like downtime, honestly. But I choose that. Sometimes I choose that because it's not an active season. It's August, but when it comes to like September, October, November, I'll be more active and then more persistent too, because basically it's a bigger season, more money to be made. But honestly, from there, that's how my low month looks like. In my higher months, I'll probably make more videos, get more accounts, maybe people more persistent on research, stuff like that. But honestly, the money is just generating. So it's kind of like, okay, I can take little breaks here and there, but it's just, okay, I'll stay consistent on the day, whatever I need to, whatever I have to set for myself to.
No, that's good. And you're a big product research guy, which I absolutely love. And I absolutely appreciate everybody. When you join us, obviously you have it done for you in terms of the products. We handle the product selection. If you've never wanted to do any product research, you don't have to, but you are the perfect example of why you should do product research, because the truth is there's hundreds, probably over 100,000, probably more than that, brands on TikTok Shop now. I cannot physically send you 100,000 product listings. So the fact that you're going out, doing it on your own, even when we're sending you 20, 25 listings a day, sometimes even 30 to 40, and we have tap campaigns, retainer deals where it's auto GMV max. I absolutely love that because like you said, some of your top sellers, they're not products that, we have sent out, and that's completely fine. But that is why, you're self-motivated. You're always looking. Kind of how do you go about product research? Like, what are you kind of looking for in terms of the amount of creators on a listing, products sold in the last 7 to 30 days? Kind of walk me through that.
Honestly, I debunked that, sometimes it doesn't really matter how many people are on it, how much is sold, stuff like that. I just look for trends. If I see it when I'm scrolling on the For You, okay, that means someone's doing it. If I see it again, more people are doing it, and there's probably more of a chance that there's a lot of money being sent to those videos to be pushed out. Okay, I'm gonna get that product, see how it does, post it, keep it or get rid of it and stuff like that. So basically, it doesn't really matter, who's doing it and how much people. Sometimes the commission, it does matter. I'll look at that, but I'll pick and choose that. But from there, it's just attempt to post, see how it performs, and then that's where the truth is at.
100%. I think a good example of that is probably like Leafar. Like I know for me, like one of my top sellers last month was a 3-pack bundle of Leafar, and that product has 20,000 people in the last 7 days on it. It has only 11,000 orders sold. But because I kept seeing bundle pack after bundle pack after bundle pack video, I was like, you know what? Something has to be going right here. And I saw a lot of engagement on the videos. And even though, there's 20,000 creators on the product or 17,000 creators or 11,000 creators, it doesn't mean you can't tap into the budget if you know how to make a good, highly converting video, which I absolutely love. So how much time per day would you say you spend on product research? Would you say like maybe an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
Honestly, I do it multiple times per day. So it's kind of like, okay, if I think of something or if something pops up, I'll look at it. So it's kind of like, I don't really have a set time or amount of time. So just whatever I need to do, I'll get it done. And then that's when I know, okay, I think I've done enough for today for hunting for more products or listings, stuff like that.
How many products would you say you try to request a week? Are you trying to request or per day? Like, are you looking for like 10 products a week, 15, 20, 30, 40? Kind of break that down.
Yeah. So it just depends on trends too. Honestly, I'll probably get in like 50 to 100 samples per week.
And would you say that's pretty overwhelming? Somebody watching is going to think, oh my gosh, it's Christmas for Imri every single time he goes to every time he comes outside to get his packages.
It's overwhelming if you don't have a set system to remove it. Yeah. So if you overthink it, because I've gone through that. So it's kind of like, okay,
100%.
I'm either keeping it or I'm getting it away from this room. That's
100%.
the only two choices that I have
Yep.
after that.
No, I think that's huge. I know Tara, she was a little bit overwhelmed and then she kind of figured out her system. Same with Kelly. Initially, they were a little overwhelmed. I really think it is about having a set system to be able to cycle through products, not hoard everything. And then if it doesn't, if it's something you don't want, you either donate it or you can sell it, get rid of it, and move on from the product. But yeah, that's amazing. You're literally following everything we say down to a T, which is why I love talking to you so much and why we're doing this interview again, because people do not understand product selection is absolutely king. Product selection is probably number one, because you can make the best video in the entire world, but if there's no GMB Max, because we're in the era of GMB Max, it doesn't matter. If you're not working at the right brand, it doesn't matter. So kind of what does this mean to you now to be able to do TikTok shop kind of full time from where you're at right now?
So it's really cool, honestly. And I'm remote, so I don't really do much. I don't even drive either. So it's like my car's sitting out there and I'm generating this money. So it's like, okay. So I just honestly stick to just working. It's a really good, I'm blessed to literally be making money I make, having the stuff I have too. But nothing's forever too. So I'm going to take advantage of what I have now.
100%.
Just keep going. And then all I know is the truth is, if I lost all my accounts, if I lost all the money that I had, I could bring it back. But what really matters is, health as well, God as well, family, and just caring for yourself too.
100%. 100%. Love that. So obviously we're going to shift a little bit. You are one of the coaches inside of Creator Haven who does the account reviews. You do them Tuesdays and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You probably at this point looked at probably over 1,000 accounts. I can almost guarantee. And sometimes you're looking at the same account every single week. So roughly how many accounts would you say you've looked at now over the past, maybe, let's just say since you started 6 months ago?
Yeah, a lot of accounts. I probably lost count.
Yeah, probably upwards of over 1,000 accounts without a doubt. So when somebody sends in their account on the live call, kind of what is the first thing that you check? Is it how consistent they've been? Is it the quality of the content? Kind of break that down.
So for that, I always like to check on post rate. From there, I see, okay, are they posting a lot or are they posting not? So from there, I decide, okay, I'm going to see their products. What products are they posting? So it's like, okay, do these products even get hundreds of views or the amount of views that it should have from posting on that day? So it's kind of like, okay, if I don't see, what I'm supposed to see, that means something is wrong. And from there, I'll see, their content as well. I'll review the video. There's middle funnel and bottom funnel now. So I kind of like, see the video, see the hook, stuff like that. Maybe ask them, do they know their watch time? Do they know their metrics? Because that's important, stuff like that. So I'll probably just give them that advice, and then also the quality too, like brightness, 100%. What they're promoting to, the brands. Sometimes I have this, I do have backend knowledge of, brands, which way they're going, what's selling, day-to-day stuff like that, or recently too. So I'm like, okay, they're promoting maybe some products that can be switched out for better ones. And then from there, I'll advise them, what can they improve on, items to promote as well, since, Halloween's coming up too. Yeah. And just ideas too, to guide them and help them, because, they're trying to get information on how to do better, stuff like that. So that really helps them too. A lot of them has basically found their way with that 100%. Guidance.
And would you say consistency is probably like the most important thing? Would you say it's consistency or product selection or kind of the quality? Like what would you say is the number one thing that if they're missing this, they're not going to see success?
So
Product selection. I love that. Yeah. Because once again, you could stay consistent, but if you're not on the correct products, if you're promoting something with zero ad spend, if you're working with a company with zero ad spend, none of it matters. Like you said, it doesn't have to be the perfect video. You can post 3-4 times a day, but if it's on a product that's really getting pushed and actively getting pushed, you're going to convert like crazy. And you've shown that on a lot of your accounts. You're only posting sometimes 4 or 5 times a day, but because the product selection is so damn dialed, and you're making sure the products have loads of spend, maybe not as many creators, and it's a really trending product, you're going to convert like crazy every single time. So what's kind of the most common mistake? Obviously, you've seen thousands of these accounts at this point, over 100 accounts probably per week. What's kind of that most common mistake that over and over and over that you just see all the time?
Maybe people joining in, sometimes not taking advice or hammering down on a certain mindset, and then just taking advice maybe. But I think honestly, the more mistake is just it's the products. I'm huge on products, so it's like if I don't see, if they're posting a little bit and they don't even have the products that are really pumping, that's a huge reason. That's a huge reason why they're not. But
no, 100%.
Once they change that, that's when everything will change. And I've seen it happen too, where they change it, they do really well, and then just sticking to that as well. So it's like not changing products, not sticking to whatever works, not experimenting, seeing what works and stuff like that.
So I think a lot of it really comes down to like ignorance and not thinking, not having kind of that open mind. Like some people, they'll take your advice, they'll run with it. Other people, maybe they'll hear you, but they won't take action on it. It might take them 2-3 weeks. Maybe it'll take them 2 months. And then they might go to 3 or 4 account reviews. Maybe they'll go to their 10th or 11th account review and they'll see the guy that was struggling a month ago now coming in saying, hey, Imri, I made $20,000 last month because of this new strategy you implemented. And then they want to have it click. So I really do believe, product selection, which is why we really emphasize product selection and why we do a lot of that product research for you guys and teach you guys, exactly how to find those products yourself is so key. Because like I've been saying this entire call or this entire interview, the main reason that you're really pumping right now is you have the product selection dialed with the correct, scripts and methods, which is why you're consistently hitting crazy months, even after a couple of account bans, and you're able to bounce back just like that. So absolutely key. So kind of what separates the person who's maybe at $100 a month you see on these calls to $20,000, $30,000 a month? The guy that's crushing versus the guy that's struggling.
Yeah, I've seen accounts join in the calls and they're platinum, emerald, stuff like that. So honestly, I've seen them recreate their videos. So if they found a video that really got like 100K, maybe 200, stuff like that, they'll make it again and again and they'll take it with different products. So that's why I'm like, okay, this person is doing it right. So I like that. Maybe they need a little bit more tweaks of what I can advise them on, but from what they're already doing, it's going to take them higher levels. So it's like consistently making more videos on what works. But if the products that work as well, taking it with different products, or maybe even experiment more with what already works. And then they're proposing many different products too. And then sometimes they'll recreate it again on the same product, but again, it has to be different, a little bit tweaked to see if it makes a difference too, which is sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But that's really what elevates them.
100%. And I really think not reinventing the wheel. I love how you said okay, I have a viral format. Like for example, you have a couple really viral videos with some hydration sticks. You can literally take that exact format, rinse it on a freaking Ninja. You could do it on Shark. You could do it on Bloom, for example. You could rinse that across any top brand right now, and I can guarantee you it'll perform better than that hydration stick one that you did, which is absolutely insane. And I think people sometimes maybe they see a couple viral formats and they kind of shift away from what was working for them, when the truth is all you have to do once you have that winning format and that works for you is just rinse it across 50 to 100 different products. And that's how you can leverage with these brands. That's how you can hit these consistent $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 months. Rand, for example, when he was initially doing bottom of funnel, that's all he did. He found out the exact format that worked for him. It was the aesthetic kitchen. As soon as he figured that out, instead of trying to veer off into the other 20 ways of bottom of funnel back in the day, he stuck to that one exact style and rinsed it across hundreds of products. And that's how he's still to this day passively $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month because of a built-up snowball just working across that viral format. Something that I've implemented a lot, Cadence implemented a lot. Tara, for example, as well. She had a couple ones viral with Metacube. Kelly, for example. So absolutely love that. That's absolutely key. Yeah. So now we're going to shift one more time. So to somebody watching this that's stuck kind of where you were maybe before joining us and they're posting with nothing to show for themselves, what would you say to them? Maybe they're stuck in the ranges at 3 to 4K a month. Maybe they just got banned. Maybe they're at 1 to 2K.
So for that, probably take the advice from people that know more than you. So wherever you're at, you can always get even higher.
100%.
Because there's probably someone out there doing more than you, being more consistent. They have probably a better system than you, but it doesn't mean you suck. It just means, okay, you want to really go after it, then you're going to save a lot of time just finding someone that knows how to do it.
100%. And yeah, you took that leap of faith and it's gotten you pretty freaking far if you ask me. You're in. So pretty crazy. So if somebody is on the fence, maybe they're watching this. Now they watched it 42 minutes in. So basically if somebody's on the fence right now, they just need one more thing to join Creator Haven. Kind of what would you tell them?
Probably just have faith, honestly. Again, things don't last forever, but 100%. If TikTok shop it's still working right now. Still 100%. Probably early gold mine. It's still possible.
100%.
Anything's possible.
100%.
Just put your mind to it and trust the people who you work with.
100%. And we're getting onto Tribe as well, which is absolutely insane. We have a couple guys. Tom just ripped a 11K a month. Anthony just ripped a $6,000 week. So we have some crazy win. Morris just did a $700 week. So we're starting to build up those Tribe wins as well. We just got certified as a Tribe agency. So Tribe is 100% up next. I'm pretty sure you got on it already as well, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I just haven't posted videos on there yet.
Yeah. As soon as you do, though, your videos will rip because you got that middle funnel, top of funnel aspect to it. That's, if you're ripping on TikTok shop with top of funnel, middle funnel, you're going to rip even harder on Tribe. So absolutely insane. Well, it was a pleasure, Imri. Thank you, everybody, for watching. This is one of our head VIP coaches inside of Creator Haven. Nearly 1 million in GMV since he started with us. Absolutely freaking insane. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to have a form below to join Creator Haven. We'll only take 30 to 60 seconds of your time. Imri, if you want to shout yourself out, any socials or anything like that.
I don't really have much socials, but on TikTok, yeah. Imri BOF, Imri dot BOF, and then
Perfect.
yeah, I think
We'll have those linked below, guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video, and hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big shout out to Imri for doing this interview. Always a pleasure. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more video. And best of all, if you guys are interested in working with us directly inside of Creator Haven, we have an application at the bottom of this video. It only takes around 30 to 60 seconds of your time. Appreciate everybody for watching this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.